So no, this isn't my usual setup. I'm actually on my way to Malaysia, just doing some work in the airport. Thought I'd give a little insight into what this week's video is going to be about. So, question I get asked a lot by lifters is, how about going on holiday? How do you work around that? How do you stay active when a lot of the time your access is only hotel gyms? You can't eat as clean and everything like that. So I'm going to touch on it in this week's video. I'm going to go into it, and it's going to be a little bit more vlog style. But that's not a bad thing. Hopefully still learn a thing or two. So the main things though I want to show is that you still want to have fun on holiday. You don't want to get caught up in trying to smash out 2 or 3 hour sessions, which can really take away from your holiday and the people you're with, and it can just get in the way. Feels like a bit of a chore. So how do you work around that? I'm going to show you. Until then, I'm going to try to get some cool footage of me actually traveling to Malaysia. So I'll see you then. Made it, finally. The flight was brutal. Alright, and I'm done. So this is my last day in Malaysia. I'm actually getting on a plane in like 4 hours. Now I was meant to release this video last week, but I just ran out of time. I couldn't get all my video uploaded for the guy that edits them, who's a legend by the way. He's been very patient. So I'm just finishing it now before I head off, and I can upload it Wednesday in Australia, which will be my new upload date. It's a little bit easier for me to compile everything on the Tuesdays. But that's not what we're here for. So, I trained while I was here. And this is what I said in the airport. I wanted to give some tips for how to train when you're on holiday. You maybe don't have access to the best gyms and you want to enjoy your holiday and your time away. One thing I always tell my lifters before they go on holiday is to not stress about training too hard. If you can do a couple of sessions in the hotel, perfect. If you can avoid taking a full week or 2 weeks off of lifting, great. You won't detrain as much, but if you do, it's not a big deal. You're not going to lose any muscle in a week or two unless you're severely under eating, which most people don't on holiday. But you do want to enjoy yourself. Now, here's a quick walkthrough of the gym I had available to me. I was actually really lucky. It had a squat rack, it had an area I could bench, it had dumbbells up to 25 kilos, and like a lat pull down and a few things like that. There's all this cardio equipment you can see, none of which got used by me, but did by other people. Now, how do you train on holiday? How do you fit it in? The big tip is, and the number one thing is, you want to make it easily doable, right? You don't, like I said earlier in this video, you don't want to get stuck doing massive 2 or 3 hour sessions, stressing about when you're going to fit training in, and all things like that. Like, this should be a holiday not only for yourself from work and home, it should be a holiday from training. Do some things you don't usually get a chance to do, enjoy your time. So what did I do for my training? It's really simple. I got footage of one of the days, but this is pretty much how it went every session. I started with a main lift. So on this session I worked up to a 150 bench. Again, very lucky that they had that there. But I worked to 150 kilo bench for a set of 10, a set of 8, and then they actually felt really good. Then I backed off and did 110 for I think 15 or 20, and that was it for my main compound on that day. Then I did some rows, just nice and light, getting a nice big stretch, big contraction. Moved on to some pull downs, like with a rope. Got again a really big stretch, and that was all I did for back that session. Again, all these things were really easy. They were accessible to me. If they didn't have a bench press, I wouldn't have worried. I would have done really high rep dumbbells and push-ups. And then I used this shoddy old flat and you can put it on an incline, just chest press machine. And I did I think I did 30s on that, right? Got some really high reps in. And you think I'd add in much more? No, I did a few sets of spider curls with the dumbbells and some tricep dip AMRAPs. and I did 3 sets of those. So every movement I did like 3 sets. And this is both for upper and lower body. My longest session this holiday was 45 minutes. And that's because I got stuck talking to someone in the gym. I didn't get any footage, but for lower body, I went in, I just did some light, like 150 kilo squats for 15s. I did some goblet squats, and then I just did some Romanians, and I did a bit more back. And that's actually all I trained. In 1 week, I trained twice. Now, people are going to ask, like, you know, or people do wonder, are you worried that, you know, you've gotten weaker? Or that, you know, you've lost muscle? No. 1, I had stimulus there. I trained really intense, so everything was really short rest. But 2, again, like I said, you don't lose muscle in a week or 2. Your big goal on a holiday should be just that, to have a holiday, and that's what I've done. And there's benefits to that, right? So I was enjoying training so much before I left Australia. Ever since I signed up to a different gym, I'm not training where I coach, which I've gone over before. I'm enjoying training more than ever. But I would be lying to you if having a week and a half away from my gym, big compounds, hard sessions, heavy sessions, hasn't made me more motivated than ever to go in and crush some weights, right? I've got a competition lined up for January or February, and my motivation is at an all-time high. Why? Because I let myself relax this week. I didn't put any pressure with training. I was going to train Saturday, and then me and my partner, ended up going shopping and then chilling by the pool all day. And that's completely okay. If you don't feel like training, don't. If you do, get in, get out, hard, intense, fast, and you're done. Smash some arms, smash some chest, get a pump. That's what it's about. Now, again, a short video. I was hoping to do way more in this holiday, but I've seriously just enjoyed myself so much. I haven't had a holiday in years, and I don't feel bad. Like, you know, I'm gonna get back on the videos this week, and next week there'll be another really good one. So with all that said, I've just got 2 things to do now, right? One is the question that Mike posted the other night to me for this video, and that is, where do you see Apex in 4 years? Well, with our gym, Apex Strength, Tyler and I have some big plans. Some I can, some I can't go into, but my big goal for Apex is to be 1, a way bigger gym, 2, friendlier for people in all different sports. That's weightlifters, strongmen, you know, CrossFitters, and just people that want to, you know, do bodybuilding and come in and just do some general fitness. And 2 is have it a little bit more self-sufficient. So, you know, if Tyler and I wanted to go on a holiday together, you know, we are best mates, we've been best mates a long time. If we wanted to go on a holiday or go away for a week, we wouldn't need to worry about getting people in to watch the gym. So having more coaches in and making it a little bit more self-sufficient. It's doing really well though, and that's the long game. I'm happy with where it's going, and I'm really happy with where it's at, so we're in no rush to get there. The second thing is, I'm actually going to be starting 2 videos a week soon, in the next 3 to 4 weeks. And what I'm going to do is with the second one, so the first video every Wednesday will be this format where I sit down, talk to the camera, answer some, talk about some topics, you know, give some tips for powerlifting in general or lifting in general, like I have been doing because people have been enjoying those. And the second video is I'm going to be doing short 4 to 6 week little mini series. So not with just me lifting, but the first one I want to do is, you know, getting big on a budget or eating on a budget. And what that'll entail is week 1, eating on $10 a day. So last year when we first opened Apex, I was dead broke. Like I was earning $50 or less a week, but I made it work with some good budgeting and eating really smart and cheap, right? But that doesn't mean bad. And what I'll do is every week I go $10, $15, $20, $25, we'll cap on 30, you know, because if you're meal prepping, you don't really need to go over that. But that's my plan for the first one. If you have a better idea, let me know. After that, it'll be things like a 4 or 6 week run in following me into a competition. And it's just going to add a bit more variety and more content to this channel. So thanks for watching, guys. I can't wait to make another video next week. Leave any questions down below that you want answered like I did in this one. I'm really enjoying those. Thank you.